Hi there, this is Sam from Core Yoga. Thank you for joining me for today's Yin Yang flow. And today we're going to be more yin than yang. The objective of the class really is to help us press pause, to help us to renew, restore, re-energize the body, and to be able to find that level of stillness. Personally, I like to really move and energize my body first. So we're going to spend the first 20 minutes in quite a dynamic flow, and then we're going to get still. We might need a block for the practice. If you have blocks, just grab a couple. If you don't and you use something else to move the floor closer to you, then grab them, but they're not essential. And we're going to start standing up at the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart, and feet facing forward. Bring the palms together in the heart space. Just take a couple of moments to allow the physical body to arrive to your mat. So feel the mat beneath your feet. And feel how the body grows tall towards the sky. There's a sense of hugging in of the midline of the body. So we're standing here in Tadasana, tall and strong. Inhale wide into the rib cage and exhale, let it go. Drawing the mind also to the space on the mat. Follow the breath. Inhaling wide into the rib cage and exhaling, letting it go. Starting our movement now. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forward. So we've got two half salutes. Inhale, press into the shins and halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together. One more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. So moving the breath, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Being fluid, inhale, reach the hands to the sky and strong. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, lunge salutation. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right leg back, right knee to the floor. Inhale, push the floor away from you, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forwards to a high plank. Exhale, lower knees, thighs and belly. Grip the mat with your palms. Inhale, open through the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, push the floor away from you. Downward dog. Inhale, look to the right thumb. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Exhale, hands down, left foot to join the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. So same thing, other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, fluid movements. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, over to plank. Exhale to the floor. Don't be in any rush. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to the left thumb. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands down, right foot forward. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, feeling the sensation through the transition. Exhale, palms to heart space, Tadasana. Now building on that. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Inhale, release the back toes, Anjaneyasana, hold it here, exhale. So continuing that rhythm of breath we've already established. Being energetic and strong in a practice doesn't mean moving super quickly. It means moving mindfully with a sense of whole body awareness that we've been working on the last few weeks. As you exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee and lift up that right hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, hips parallel with the floor. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee down. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Exhale, hold it here. So feel that sensation of breath moving within the body, of energy and strength throughout the body, of a sense of calm and softness that balances that. Then exhale, hands down, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down, left hand stays down. Inhale, right hand to the sky, twist. Exhale, stabilize here. So whilst we're still in this pose, we're still moving. The movement is just super subtle. So as we breathe and as we stabilize, we still get these minor little movements within the body. As you exhale, derotate, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to the floor. Fingertips grip the mat. Inhale, squeeze the elbows together. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, open that left hip. Inhale, bring the hips back parallel with the floor. Exhale, set the left knee foot forward. Inhale, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Exhale, stay here. Feel that sense of energy, of activation, of strength and power in the body. Move now and rest when we come to rest. Exhale, derotate, set the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, feel the floor, lift the ring fingers high. Exhale, fold it forwards into crescent variation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, right knee stays lifted. Inhale, push the floor away, you're in crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees, thighs and belly down, this time locust. Inhale, raise into locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, bend and open that right hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, push the floor away from you, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, left foot to join the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, fold it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, plank. Getting a bit funky in plank. Inhale. Exhale, reach your right arm forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, reach your left arm forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, scorpion dog. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, palms together, building on crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, bring the palms through the heart space, reach the hands behind you. Inhale, travel the torso forward. Exhale, push the floor away from you. Warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, reach the hands forward. Inhale, a breath here. Exhale, hold. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, you bend that left knee till the right foot plants down. Then inhale, back to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forwards to plank. Exhale, all the way to the floor. Hands behind you this time, interlace the fingers. Inhale, bound locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg. And exhale, scorpion the dog. This time some core work, inhale here. Exhale, de-rotate knee to chest. Inhale, back to your scorpion. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, palms through the heart space, hands behind you. Inhale, torso comes forward. Exhale, push the floor away from you with the right leg. Inhale, a breath here. Exhale, reach the hands forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee until the left foot touches down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale, push the floor away from you, crescent lunge. Exhale, palms together, left elbow outside of right knee. Inhale, push back in the left heel. And then exhale, option to open up the arms. Inhale here. Exhale here. One more in-breath. Exhale, derotate. Step back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to the floor. Bound locust. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Core work. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, scorpion, left leg. Inhale, a breath. Exhale, derotate left knee to chest. Inhale, back to scorpion. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back to scorpion. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, back to scorpion. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, right elbow outside of left knee. Inhale, stabilize here. Then exhale, maybe open up those arms. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And as you exhale, derotate. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Exhale, palms together. Now Surya Namaskar B plus a variation. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. One in breath in plank and then your choice. To the floor or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Two more breaths. Feel the energy. Feel the sense of work within the body. Then inhale, bend the knees, look to the thumbs. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Then exhale, palms together. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Have your block handy just in case you want it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. In breath, in plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog.
Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, take the torso forward. So option to stay here, or inhale, press the right foot into the floor. Option to stay here or release the bind. Grab your block and take your left foot in your hand. And then inhale, open up through that left side of the body. Exhale, hold it here. So you just hold your pose wherever you found was the right place for you. And you stay there for your 3 breaths. Then slowly exhale, release that left leg. Bring the left foot and the hands to the floor. Step back, take a breath in your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, take the torso forward. Stop where your body wants to stop. Maybe inhale, lift the right leg. Maybe exhale, bring your block to the floor. Grab your right foot with your right hand and then open up the right side of the body. Push the foot into the hand into the foot. Feel that. Breathing strong in the body. Body working hard. As you exhale, slowly release your right foot. Bring your foot and your hands to the floor. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the floor. Take the knees wide of the mat. So at least mat distance apart. And then drop the hips back towards the heels. From here, we're going to walk the hands forward. The left hand comes underneath the right. The forehead towards the floor. And the right hand walks forward. And there, you soften and let it go. So just to take a moment in this first yin pose. Take a moment to feel the remnants of working hard. Feel that lovely sensation of the blood moving around the body and the muscles working hard to move the body consciously and stably. And then let all of that go. Start to soften your belly space. Start to allow the body to let go. So notice where you're still hanging on to tension. The first yin pose we come to, so likely that we're still holding on to tension. We've just been in yang. We've just been energizingly moving the body into challenging shapes. So be patient, be focused, be attentive. Allow the attention to draw to the breath. So we're going to be here for about another round of breath. And then we slowly walk the right hand back in. Press into that right hand and come to all fours just to help you bring your legs back in the center. So from here we're going to come into a half saddle pose. So we want to have our bum seated back, but for many of us, taking a cushion or a block is really helpful. So I'm sitting on a cushion here. I'm going to keep my right leg back first, and I'm going to extend my left leg forwards. And then I'm just going to walk my hands behind me and rest into my hands, close off my eyes. So if you arrive here and you think, you know what, I'm not getting any stretch on my right leg right now, then that's your guidance from your body to take away that cushion. But when we do that, we want to be able to get both sit bones on the floor. So when you take away that cushion, you may be able to come down to your elbows. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but you might be able to lie on your back. What you don't want is to get any intense pain in the knee right now. What you do want is you want to feel that stretch over the top of the knee, of the thigh. You might feel a sensation over the top of that knee also. And then close off your eyes. Notice if your right glute is working. And if it is, let it go. For those of you that find it comfortable, allow the head to drop back onto the traps. Many people don't like the head being in this position, so then just looking forward is super fine. Allow the body to slowly get still. Likely we're still feeling the remnants of yang. There are arguments to put yang before and yang after, either or. This is just one way I like to practice. I'm a pretty fiery person, I like to move. And so as a result, I find it much easier to get still if I have moved first. And you might be different to that, we're all individual. So do what feels right for your body. Slowly press into the hands and come back to seated. So from here, we're going to make the transition into a lunge-like position. So I'm going to walk my hands forward and I'm going to take 2 blocks. I'm going to heel toe my left foot so it's out at the outer edge of my mat. And I'm going to press my hands in my blocks to guide my right leg back. So I'm coming into dragon pose, and unlike in a yang variation where I'd be pretty quick to get my elbows to the floor, I'm not going to push to get there. So if I was to do that, I would use the strength of my muscles to allow me to get those elbows down. If your body is open enough to get those elbows down without pushing through any boundaries, then for sure. So just allowing the body to soften and settle in this half dragon pose. So yin yoga is about a lot of things, but one of the areas that it focuses on is the Chinese medicine theory of meridians. So today the sequence that we're following is a yin sequence for the stomach and spleen meridians. And when in balance, these meridians, these energies, they call it in Chinese medicine qi. They help us to feel grounded, sensual, full, energized, have clear thoughts.
But when they get a little imbalanced, they bring a sense of anxiety. They bring a sense of nervousness, worry. You feel off center. And I think the situation that we're living in at the moment is fueling that, which is why I chose this sequence today to help bring about that sense of grounding, that sense of getting a bit of balance back. So we're going to be here for about another 15 or so seconds. And we're going to travel from here into pigeon, or we call it in yin the sleeping swan. So slowly push into the blocks and just move your pelvis back a little bit and take the blocks on the outer edge of the mat. So you can simply heel toe your left foot to the right side of the mat. Bring the hands in front of you and bend that left knee. You've just arrived in pigeon. Now allow this right foot to go back as far as it feels comfortable. You don't want to get any negative sensations in the knee right here. So if you're feeling uncomfortable in the knee, then I'd like you to come onto your back and take an eye of the needle on the back. That's where you take your ankle over thigh, pull the thigh towards you and hold behind that thigh. So now you've been here a couple of moments and you've already created some length in this right hip because of the last pose we were in. Then you can see if it's comfortable to bring your elbows onto blocks or your elbows onto the floor. So this one's more accessible to bring the elbows to the floor. Those of you that are more open may like to bring your forehead down to the floor and allow the elbows to come out to the side. Wherever you go in yin, to get there, you let the body accept it. So we could push the body to go deeper into places. But in yin, we work with what we call the edge. And your edge is essentially that point where the body sends a message to the brain that you are pulling something. And rather than pushing to go beyond that point, we allow the body to soften. We allow the breath to be fluid. And we allow the body to sink beyond that point. There is no effort here. Unlike yang, we don't push to get into places. We're just allowing the muscles to release and the connective tissue to follow, starting with the fascia and then moving into the tendons, the ligaments. And slowly press into the hands and walk your hands back towards your knees. So from here as a transition pose, we're going to spend a few moments in child's pose. So just walk your right knee forward, release the left leg. Bring the knees together this time and the hands behind you. Allow the forehead to rest towards the floor. So remember that feel free to prop your pose. Just because you can or can't make the same shape as the next person doesn't make you a better or worse person. It just means your body is built differently. I talk a lot about skeletal variation, and one of the most established yin teachers, Paul Grilly,
He explains it so beautifully, so articulately. But basically, we are all so individual. And the shape of our bones in themselves will allow us or prevent us from making a shape. It's very easy in the world of yoga to get caught up in what the shape should look like and become less aware of our individual bodies. So this is your time just to feel, to respond, to acknowledge. And we're going to be here, and I'm going to leave you in peace for 1 whole minute in this child's pose before we repeat those sequences on the other side. So before you physically move, just bring your attention back to your limbs. And then allow your hands to come forward first. Press into your hands. So we're just going straight to the wide-legged child's pose with a twist. Take your knees at least mat distance apart. Reach your right hand underneath you, forehead to the mat. Extend your left hand away from you. So we came here first on the other side, straight out of yang. Take this opportunity to notice how this pose feels on the other side after you've done a full sequence on one side of yin. That sense of energy, that sense of heat, that sense of muscles wanting to hang on. It's likely to have softened now. I noticed for the first, maybe 6 or 7 breaths, I was still reaching one hand forward, still pushing the other hand away. And this side, my body is much happier to let go a little bit quicker. So allowing the mind to stick with the breath, just allowing it to follow the breath in and out. And slowly bring your left hand forwards, bring your right hand to the floor. Come onto your knees and allow you to bring your knees hip distance apart. So reminding you that as we go into the half saddle pose on the other side, that it might be nice to bring a cushion or a seat or something underneath your bum so that you're not putting too much strain to the front of the thigh or to the top of the foot, in fact. So from here we're going to extend the right leg out because this is half saddle pose, and we're just going to notice how this feels. Bring the hands behind you, so if you've got a raised a raised bum, you're just going to bring your hands to the floor. You won't get any further down, otherwise it becomes a deep back bend. So you can notice in your body, if this is feeling something here, then you're in perfectly the right place. But if you're struggling to feel too much sensation here, then feel free to move that cushion away, making sure, that both of the sit bones are on the floor and not being in too much of a rush to get to the deeper place. Bring your hands behind you, and then in this pose you might notice that, oh yeah, you know what, I can go back to my elbows. I'm not going to because my body doesn't enjoy it, but you can go back to your back if that feels all right, if you're not getting too much of an arch in your back. Now my tightness in my front of my hips means that if I lie my back on the floor, that physically I can do, I get a deep arch in my back, and all I'm doing is compressing the vertebrae in my lower back. Now, if you've been spending more time than normal seated because you're working from home in desks and setups that your body is not used to, that are designed for dining, then you might find that this is a perfectly decent stretch for your body because your hip flexors have got tight. Feel free to allow the head to drop back if that feels good for your neck. I like this because it gets a nice opening through the front of my throat, but many people dislike this space, so just notice what feels good for you. And then just bring that attention to the breath. Slowly press into the arms and take yourself back, firstly to seated, and then being mindful, we're now going to make the transition into the dragon pose. So you want to grab your blocks or your books or whatever you're using to bring the floor closer to you. Heel toe your right foot out to the outer edge of the mat, press into the blocks with your hands and take your left foot back. Nice. And then just allow yourself to soften and settle here. We want to be able to feel this, but we don't want to have to work hard to be here. This is perfectly deep enough for me to feel quite a sensation in the front of my left hip and quite a sensation in the back of my right thigh into my right outer hip. So just identify what's going on in your body. Maybe you're like, I'm not getting much, so then for sure bring your elbows down. And don't force them to be there. Allowing the mind to watch the breath. Allowing the mind to be focused only on the breath. So we're going to hold here for about another 30 seconds or so. And as we continue through the yin practice, we are noticing that we're getting quieter. And we're finding it easier to find stillness. And as we get quieter, you'll hear from me less. And that doesn't mean that I've gone away, I'm still here. It's just giving you an opportunity to turn inward, to listen less to that instruction. So from here, just move the blocks to one side. Just walk your right foot across to the left side of the mat. Bring your right knee to the floor. Readjust yourself as you feel is comfortable for your body. If it hurts your knee, flip onto your back. And then just making that choice as to whether to have blocks under your arms, whether just to bring your forearms to the floor, or if it feels accessible to you to bring your forehead to the floor. Sleeping swan. So if your mind struggles to be attentive to your breath, why not count your breath? A mindfulness meditation technique that can be applied just as effectively right here in a still yoga pose. You inhale, you count 1. You exhale, you count 2. Inhale 3, exhale 4, and so on, until you reach 10. And then you start again. And then slowly walk your hands back to your knee. Slowly bring your right leg back and take that same child's pose that we took at the end of that little sequence on the other side. Press your hands into the floor and come back to all fours. So now we're going to find our way into a seated pose. We've got 2 more poses, one of which has 2 variations. So you're going to take your legs as wide as feels comfortable. Feel free to pop a cushion under your bottom. And notice what the body does. My body automatically has gone into the yang variation of this, so I'm just going to shake out my legs a little bit. And then just bringing your right hand to your left leg and your left hand behind you, you're not forcing this. You're going to close off the eyes and just take a little twist. So you're just using your left hand to stabilize the body. The belly is soft. So in active twists, we talk about drawing navel in, rotating from the navel, activating rotational muscles of core. None of that right now.
I'm still here, you're still here. Feeling the breath as it moves through the body. Taking your time to derotate and then just to twist in the other direction. So again, the right hand is just relaxing, sorry, is just supporting. And the left hand is just on top of the right thigh. This right quadricep under the hand is not working. And just twist to the other direction. And feel what you feel in your body. And that sense of change since that first pose we took after the energetic start to the practice. And that sense of calmness that arrives to body and to mind, to the physical and to the emotional. And then slowly turning back to the center. From here, just bend the knees to bring the feet together. So this is not Baddha Konasana. We're not taking the heels super close to the groin. This is coming into butterfly. In fact, it's a little deeper than butterfly. I like to call it turtle. We're just slowly walking our hands forward, maybe taking our hands underneath our ankles and our palms facing up and allowing the head to hang heavy. If that's really uncomfortable for your physical body, then you can keep the legs wide and allow the hands to come to the center. You're still in a forward fold, just a slightly different variation. And don't be tempted to pull or to grab, or just allow the body to let go. Feel the weight of the head as it helps you travel towards the floor. And the continued softness of the belly. If, like me, you're noticing your ankle bones are being pushed into the hard floor in front of you, you can feel free to pop a blanket or a cushion. I've just popped my hands underneath my outer ankle just a little bit. If you're feeling unwanted pain, your body won't relax. So better sort it out now. And we're going to be here for about another minute. And then our next pose is Shavasana. And today I'm going to give you the option of taking Shavasana or a seated meditation. Whichever you prefer.
So slowly move the hands first. Press the hands into the floor and slowly take yourself back up to the center. So taking your option, lying down, Shavasana. Feel free to bring a blanket over you. You might have got a little cold now after that warm practice and then the body cooling down. I'm gonna sit, so feel free to take a seat. And I'm gonna leave you in silence in your Shavasana or your meditation for 3 whole minutes. Just take the next 30 seconds to allow the body to soften, to let go, to find its comfortable, still place. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And wherever you are, before you bring any movement back into your body, and just take a moment to feel the sensations in the body right now. That feeling that you know you've worked, but rather than going back into your day with that sense of fire, you've put out the fire. You can feel the earth. You can feel this sense of groundedness, this sense of calm. Maybe a little more clear-headed as you go about the rest of your day. Those of you lying in Shavasana, take a moment, hug your knees in towards your chest. Those of you seated, stay here. Take your time, those of you getting up, find your way to a comfortable seat. And keep the eyes closed.
Bring the palms together in the heart space. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, the head bows towards the hands. Namaste. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to share your practice with me today and to learn with me. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.